Hey there everyone! Today, I'm excited to talk to you about a topic that is super important: saving money and making a real change in our financial lives. We all want to have more control over our money, right? Well, in this video, I've got something specific, easy to follow tips that will help us do just that. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you will have some actionable steps you can start taking to transform your finances for the better. Let's dive in. Tip number 1. Create a budget. Budgeting is like a secret superpower. For managing your money, it's incredibly important because it helps you take control of your finances and make sure your money goes where you want it to. Without a budget, it's easy to spend money on things you don't really need and lose track of your financial goals. When you budget, you get to decide how much you want to save, spend, and invest, and that can lead to a more secure and stress-free financial future. Creating a budget is simpler than it might seem. First, make a list of all the money you earn in a month, like your salary or any side gig income. Next, write down all your monthly expenses, like rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, and even fun stuff like going out with friends. Then, subtract your expenses from your income. If you have money left over, that's great. You can save it or use it for your goals like a vacation or a new gadget. If your expenses are more than your income, it's a sign that you might need to cut back on some things to make your budget work. Tip number 2. Track your expenses. Tracking your expenses is like shining a light on where your money goes, and it's a game changer when it comes to managing your finances. It's essential because it allows you to see exactly how much you're spending on and on what. This knowledge is powerful because it helps you identify areas where you can cut back and save more. Without tracking, it's easy to lose track of small expenses that can add up over time, potentially derailing your financial goals. Recording and categorizing expenses might sound like a lot of work, but it's quite simple once you get the hang of it. Start by keeping a record of every expense, whether it's a coffee, a grocery run, or your monthly rent. Then, organize these expenses into categories like housing, food, transportation, entertainment, and savings. This categorization makes it easier to see where your money is going and identify spending patterns that you can adjust to save more efficiently. Tip number 3. Cut unnecessary subscriptions. It's easy for subscriptions to pile up, and that monthly drip of expenses can add up quickly. Take a close look at your subscriptions, things like streaming services, gym memberships, magazines, and more. Identify the ones you use the least or can do without. Maybe you're subscribed to multiple streaming platforms but only use one regularly. Recognizing these candidates for cancellation is the first step towards saving some cash. Cutting subscriptions doesn't mean sacrificing entertainment or services altogether. There are often alternative options that cost less or even nothing. Instead of multiple streaming services, you could explore free content platforms or swap subscriptions with friends or family members. For gym memberships, consider home workouts or using public parks for exercise. Libraries are great sources for free books and magazines. By exploring these alternatives, you can continue enjoying the things you love without breaking the bank. Tip number 4. Meal planning and cooking at home. Meal planning is like a secret weapon for saving money on food. When you plan your meals in advance, you have a clear idea of what you need to buy at the grocery store, which means fewer impulse purchases. Plus, you can take advantage of sales, discounts, and buying in bulk, all of which can significantly lower your food expenses. It also reduces the temptation to order takeout or dine out, which tends to be more expensive options. Overall, meal planning helps you stretch your food budget further while also reducing food waste. Cooking at home can be both cost-effective and enjoyable. To get started, you don't need to be a gourmet chef. Simple cooking tips like batch cooking, using leftovers creatively, and basic meal prep can save time and money. Tip number 5. Shop smart and use coupons. Strategic shopping is all about making your hard-earned money go further when you're at a store or shopping online. It's important because it helps you get the most value out of your purchases. By planning your shopping trips, comparing prices, and being mindful of sales and discounts, you can save a significant amount of money over time. Strategic shopping isn't about depriving yourself, but rather about making thoughtful choices that align with your budget and financial goals. Cashback and rebate apps are like having a money-saving buddy in your pocket. These apps offer you cashback or rebates on your purchases after you bought something. They're easy to use. Just download the app, link to your payment method, and browse the available cashback offers. After you shop, upload a photo of your receipt or link your online purchase, and the app will give you cashback or rebates. Popular apps like Ibotta, Rakuten, and Honey can help you earn back a percentage of what you spend, putting more money back in your wallet without any extra effort. It's a fantastic way to get a little something back every time you shop. Tip number 6. Save on transportation. Reducing transportation costs is a smart way to free up some cash in your budget. One of the easiest ways to cut transportation expenses is to consider alternatives to driving alone. By being mindful of your commuting habits, exploring public transportation, carpooling, or even biking when possible, you can significantly reduce fuel and maintenance costs. Additionally, keeping your vehicle well maintained and adopting fuel-efficient driving habits can make a noticeable difference in your transportation expenses. Optimizing your vehicle's fuel efficiency is like putting money back in your pocket with every mile you drive. One simple tip is to keep your car well maintained by regularly checking the tire pressure, changing the oil as recommended, and ensuring your engine is running smoothly. When driving, avoid aggressive acceleration and braking, as these can waste fuel. Use cruise control on highways to maintain a consistent speed, and, when possible, combine errands to reduce the number of trips you make. Additionally, removing unnecessary items from your vehicle can improve fuel efficiency. By following these practices, you can maximize the miles you get from every gallon of fuel, ultimately saving money. Tip number 7. Build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is like a financial safety net that can provide you with peace of mind and stability during unexpected challenges. It's crucial because life can be unpredictable, and unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or sudden job losses can hit hard. Without an emergency fund, you might have to rely on credit cards or loans, which can lead you to debt and financial stress. Having a dedicated fund for emergencies ensures that you can handle these unforeseen situations without derailing your long-term financial goals. It's a cornerstone of financial security and a wise step toward a more stable future. Where you keep your emergency fund matters for accessibility and safety. While it's essential to have quick access to the funds in an emergency, you'll also want to keep them separate from your regular spending accounts to avoid dipping into the fund for non-emergencies. A high-yield savings account or a money market account at a bank is an excellent choice for your emergency fund. These accounts offer higher interest rates than regular savings accounts, helping your money grow over time while remaining easily accessible when needed. It's important to resist the temptation to invest the fund in riskier assets, as the primary goal of an emergency fund is to provide financial security and liquidity during unexpected situations. Tip number 8. DIY home repairs and maintenance. DIY or do-it-yourself projects are like money-saving magic in action. One of the most significant benefits of tackling projects on your own is the potential for substantial cost savings. When you DIY, you're saving on labor costs that you'd otherwise pay a professional. It's not just about the initial savings, it's also about the long-term value. DIY projects often allow you to customize and improve your space or possessions without breaking the bank. Plus, the sense of accomplishment and the skills you gain are priceless. Whether it's home repairs, crafting, or even basic car maintenance, the savings can add up significantly over time. To get started with DIY projects, you don't need to be an expert. There's a wealth of resources and tutorials available to guide you. Look for books, websites, and YouTube channels dedicated to DIY projects related to your interests. Many online communities and forums are filled with experienced DIYers eager to share their knowledge and offer advice. Don't be afraid to ask questions and seek help when needed. Additionally, local home improvement stores often offer workshops and classes, which can be a great way to learn hands-on skills and connect with fellow DIY enthusiasts. With these resources at your fingertips, you will have the guidance and support to embark on your money-saving DIY adventures. Tip number 9. Buy used or refurbished items. Buying secondhand items is like unlocking a treasure trove of savings and sustainability. One of the most significant benefits is the cost savings. Secondhand items are often significantly cheaper than brand new ones, allowing you to stretch your budget further. But it's not just about saving money, it's also about reducing waste and environmental impact. When you buy used, you're giving new life to items that might have otherwise ended up in landfills. Plus, you can often find unique and vintage pieces that add character to your home or wardrobe. Buying secondhand is a win-win for your wallet and the planet. While buying used can be a fantastic way to save money, it's essential to be cautious, especially when purchasing from individuals or online sources. Arrange to meet in a public place if you're buying from an individual seller, and consider bringing a friend along for added safety. For online transactions, use secure payment methods and be wary of details that seem too good to be true. If possible, inspect the item in person before completing the purchase. When buying electronics, make sure they are in working order. And for larger purchases, consider getting a written agreement or receipt. Trust in your instincts and don't be afraid to walk away from a transaction if something doesn't feel right. With these safety precautions in mind, you can enjoy the benefits of buying secondhand while staying safe. And lastly, tip number 10. Invest wisely. Long-term investing is like planting seeds for a financial future that grows over time. It's incredibly important because it allows your money to work for you and has the potential to generate substantial returns. By holding on to investments for an extended period, you can ride out market fluctuations and benefit from compound interest, where your earnings start to earn even more earnings. Long-term investing is a key strategy for building wealth, achieving financial goals like retirement, and ensuring a more secure financial future. It's about patience and discipline, and the earlier you start, the more time your investments have to grow. Starting to invest with a small budget is entirely possible and can be the first step toward financial growth. The important thing is to begin. Many online brokerage platforms offer the opportunity to start with as little as $100 or even less. Start by setting a clear investment goal, whether it's building an emergency fund, saving for a big purchase, or investing for retirement. Next, research and choose an investment option that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance. Consider low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds or ETFs, as they often have lower fees. Finally, make regular contributions to your investment account, even if they are small amounts. Consistency matters, and as your budget grows, you can increase your contributions. Over time, these investments can grow and make a significant difference in your financial future. Remember, the most important thing is to start and stay committed to your investment plan. Now that you have these valuable frugal tips at your disposal, I encourage you to take action and start implementing them in your daily life. Remember, small changes can lead to big savings over time. Whether it's creating a budget, tracking expenses, or exploring secondhand shopping, each step can bring you closer to your financial security and freedom. It's not about depriving yourself, but about making intentional choices with your money. So, get started today and watch how these tips transform your finances step by step. Before we wrap up, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you for joining us today. Your commitment to improving your financial well-being is truly inspiring. Be sure to stay tuned for more financial tips and tricks in our future videos. We're dedicated to helping you navigate the world of finance, save money, and achieve your financial goals. So, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, and you will be among the first to access our latest content. Together, we'll continue on the path toward a brighter and more financially secure future. Until next time, take care and keep working toward your financial dreams.